Did you know that chronic insomnia can be much more than just sleepless nights? For those over 60, difficulty sleeping can be a silent warning that your health is at risk, affecting your heart, brain, hormones, and even your longevity. In this impactful video, you will understand the signals your body gives you, the real dangers of untreated insomnia, and how small changes in your daily routine can completely transform the quality of your sleep. We'll talk about nutrition, nighttime habits, the importance of natural light, the role of sexuality in sleep health, and much more. All of this explained in a simple, real way, without magic, without false promises, just practical solutions for you to live with more energy, vitality, and joy. The night seemed endless. The clock hands dragged on, each minute weighing like a stone on my chest. My head was resting on the pillow, my eyes open, fixed on the ceiling, and I felt tired and frustrated at not being able to rest. My exhausted body begged for sleep, but my mind wouldn't shut off. Thoughts raced like a train without brakes. What I should have done differently in life, the bills I still had to pay, the pain that had come without warning, the longing for those who had already left. And so, the night dragged on, without respite, without compassion. For many people who are over 60, this scenario is more common than it should be. Chronic insomnia becomes a constant shadow, a thief of vitality, a silent enemy that slowly erodes health. It's not just sleep that disappears. It's energy, the sparkle in your eyes, the pleasure you get from the little things in life. Sleeping badly for 1 or 2 nights is bearable, but when the sleepless nights pile up, when tiredness becomes part of your routine, your body starts to scream. And the truth is that many people ignore these signs, thinking it's normal, that it's part of getting older. But it's not. Sleep is not a luxury. It is the foundation of our health, the pillar that supports hormonal balance, brain function, memory, and immunity. When you sleep, your body works silently to repair the day's damage, balance hormones, strengthen your immune system, and cleanse the toxins that have accumulated in your brain. Now, imagine what happens when you don't get enough sleep, night after night. Cortisol, the stress hormone, skyrockets. Testosterone, the vitality hormone, plummets. Serotonin, which regulates mood, plummets. And so, little by little, insomnia undermines the body, paving the way for diseases such as hypertension, diabetes, depression, and even neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. Insomnia is not just a sleep problem. It is a warning that something is out of place. And often, the cause is hidden in habits that seem harmless, but that sabotage sleep without us realizing it. Excessive coffee consumption during the day, screen time until late at night, a sedentary lifestyle, a diet full of sugar and ultra-processed foods, poorly managed stress, unresolved relationship problems. All of these things take their toll. And what almost no one talks about is the impact of sexuality on the quality of sleep. Yes, because pleasure, touch, and intimacy are not just gestures of love. They have a direct effect on the release of hormones that help us relax, such as oxytocin and dopamine. When intimacy disappears, the body feels it. The absence of moments of deep connection generates more anxiety, more insomnia, more sadness. I know it's hard to talk about this. Often, after a certain age, conversations about desire and pleasure become taboo. But they shouldn't. Because sexuality doesn't end at 60, 70, or 80. It changes, but it continues to be a fundamental part of physical and mental health. And when you ignore this, when you accept insomnia as an inevitable punishment, you are giving up on a full life. But the good news is that there are solutions. It's not magic. It's not a miracle cure. It's science. It's changing habits. It's reconnecting with your own body. And that's what we're going to talk about. Because understanding the root of the problem is the first step to finding a solution. Insomnia doesn't come on suddenly. It gives signs, discreet at first, almost invisible, but which become clearer over time. These are those silly forgetfulnesses that start to appear in everyday life. Where did I leave my keys? The name of that person I've known for years? What was I going to do again? These are the moments when the body simply doesn't respond as it used to. Tired legs, lack of energy for simple tasks, irritation for no apparent reason. And then comes the deeper impact, the feeling of emptiness, of loneliness, the sadness that appears without warning, like a dark cloud hanging over your head. Insomnia is not just a bad night's sleep. It infiltrates all areas of life, silently but devastatingly. Studies show that after the age of 60, the quality of sleep plays a direct role in cardiovascular health, blood pressure control, and blood sugar regulation. People who sleep less than 6 hours a night have up to twice the risk of developing diseases such as hypertension and type 2 diabetes. And what about memory? The brain needs deep sleep to process information, retain learning, and eliminate toxins accumulated throughout the day. When you don't sleep well, the accumulation of beta-amyloid protein in the brain increases, and this is one of the clearest markers of risk for Alzheimer's. Insomnia also affects hormonal balance. Without quality sleep, testosterone levels plummet. And this isn't just a problem for men. In women, testosterone is also essential for libido, energy, and disposition. Hormonal decline leads to loss of muscle mass, increased abdominal fat, and decreased vitality. Insomnia accelerates the aging process, reduces the immune response, weakens bones, and increases the risk of falls. And the worst part is that all of this happens slowly, without fanfare, until the day the body cries out for help. But there is another silent impact, even less talked about: the effect of insomnia on sexuality. When you don't sleep well, irritation takes over, touch loses its charm, and desire disappears. Many couples stop connecting because they are too exhausted, too stressed, too distant. And this lack of intimacy is not just a consequence of fatigue, it also feeds the cycle of insomnia. The lack of physical pleasure reduces the production of endorphins, dopamine, and oxytocin, hormones essential for relaxation, well-being, and deep sleep. The good news is that you can turn this around. There is no magic pill, but there is the power of choices. Small changes that, when added together, transform the quality of your sleep and the quality of your life. And it all starts with understanding that sleep is not something that happens by chance. It is the result of a balanced body, a calm mind, and habits that respect the natural cycle of our organism. Take a deep breath. Now listen to me carefully. There is life beyond insomnia. There is a way to reclaim your nights, to wake up refreshed, with energy, with the will to truly live, even after 60, even after years of suffering in silence. And no, it's not about medicines that make you groggy. It's not about magic solutions that promise but don't deliver. It's about transforming your relationship with sleep, with your body, with the pleasure of living. The first step is to understand that your body has a rhythm. There is a biological clock, and when you ignore it, the price comes, and it always does. The secret begins during the day. Expose yourself to sunlight in the morning, walk outdoors, let natural light enter your eyes. This regulates the production of melatonin, the hormone that induces sleep. At night, dim the lights in the house, turn off screens, and avoid movies and series that make you anxious. Your body needs to know that it is time to switch off. Diet also matters. Ultra-processed foods, rich in sugar and fat, inflame the body and destroy hormonal balance. At night, prioritize light foods, natural sources of tryptophan, such as bananas, oats, almonds, warm milk. Include calming teas, such as chamomile and lemon balm. Avoid coffee in the afternoon, alcoholic beverages, and soft drinks. And pay attention to your routine. Create a bedtime ritual, a warm bath, light reading, deep breathing. And here comes something that few people talk about: the role of sexuality. Touch, affection, and physical connection are powerful natural sleep inducers. During intimacy, the body releases hormones such as oxytocin and serotonin, which help you relax deeply. Even if desire seems to diminish over the years, even if your body has changed, it's never too late to rediscover pleasure, to allow yourself to feel it. Pleasure is not just a luxury. It's a physiological need that keeps your brain healthy, your heart strong, and your body alive. If you haven't been able to sleep well for years, haven't felt rested, haven't felt that wonderful feeling of waking up refreshed, it's time to take action. Look at your routine, adjust your schedule, eat better, move your body, seek help, talk to your partner, talk about what you feel, what's missing, what hurts. Getting your sleep back also means getting your dialogue, affection, and touch back. You don't have to accept insomnia as something inevitable. You don't have to live in exhaustion, tiredness, discouragement. Sleep is your right. Health is your right. The pleasure of living is your right. And if you've made it this far, I want to invite you to take the first step today. Choose one change, just one. Maybe it's turning off your cell phone earlier. Maybe it's walking in the morning. Maybe it's making a cup of tea before bed. A small change, but one made consciously, can be the beginning of a new life. Because the secret is not to wait for miracle solutions. The secret is to act. It is to choose for yourself, choose for your health, choose for your longevity, and most importantly, choose for a life with more love, more pleasure, and more nights of deep sleep. You deserve. If this story touched you, leave a comment telling us about your experience. Like the video to help more people understand what insomnia can cause, and subscribe to the channel to receive content that can change your life. Activate the bell so you don't miss the next videos. Your sleep, your health, and your enjoyment of life are a priority.